So recently, I watched a movie called Cocaine Bear, which the movie is about a bear doing cocaine and is on a killing rampage because people are getting in her way of her cocaine. And yes, when I say her, it was a female. It was later confirmed in the movie that it was a female and that she also has kids as well. And she also feed her kids cocaine, which you have to give the mother bear the award for best mother ever, because what kind of mother will go ahead and not give her kids cocaine? I'm just saying. But in all seriousness, Elizabeth Banks, who is director of the movie, she knew the concept of this movie was very silly, and she knew that the whole concept was ridiculous and out of nowhere, and she actually executed. She didn't take the whole movie into a serious no, there's no important message or anything like that. The whole movie is literally about a bear doing cocaine, and it actually happened in a true event that actually happened in 1985, where a bear actually did cocaine thanks to the fact that there was a plane that dumped a whole bunch of cocaine where the bear was able to get access to it, ate like 700 pounds of cocaine, and actually overdosed later on. And so she took that premise of the part where the bear probably got high and what he did when he got high. So this movie was inspired by true events. What's the true events was that there was a plane, dumped cocaine in the forest, and the bear got high. The rest of the other movies was just exaggerated Hollywood imagination of what the bear probably did. So this movie and the whole concept of it, it was silly, entertaining, funny, and I actually did enjoy watching this movie. And honestly, I think that the other actors who plays in these movies, because there was a lot of people, there was a lot of situations that was going on, there was a lot of kills, and there were a lot of good kills. Like Cocaine Bear, as much of a comedy, campy movie it is, it has some horror elements because it's a bear on a rampage who's high on cocaine. And when the bear was able enough to go ahead and get their victims, oh, he gets them real good. And one of my favorite kills happens to be the guy that was on the tree that we all saw in the preview, because when the bear was trying to get to the kid, he kind of noticed that the guy from the other tree has cocaine all up on him, and so he went after him. So after he mauled him to death, and then the guy fell literally on his head and neck, so his neck broke. So even if he survived the mauling from the bear, the fall from the tree actually pretty much killed him. So when the bear actually went down and still mauled the guy, she went up and to go on his broken leg that she ripped off, sniffed the cocaine, and then went back to mauling the guy. And I'm just like, what? Like, this was just 100% gold. This is probably one of my favorite kills so far in the year of 2023 when it comes to movie deaths. So, but there were some good kills, and there was a lot of kills actually in this movie. Like, it's probably the body count of like this movie with the kills is probably up to like double figures, because there were just like a lot of people. There were literally a lot of people, and how the bear actually got their victims was very brutal, and like body parts were ripped off and everything else. And of course, how we start off with the movie as we see these two travelers, they came from like Europe, and they're just actually talking about their wedding and their lives, and then they notice the bear, and then they kind of notice something that was just off about the bear, and they start running for their lives. And I actually like one of the guy's quotes where he says, if it's brown, stay down, if it's black, you gotta fight. And I was just dying laughing when he says that quote, because I was just like, what the hell? Because I had never heard of that quote before. Like I said, I live in Florida. We only have to worry about gators and other Floridians. But yeah, I never heard about that quote before. And I really just laughed at the movie theater when I actually heard it. But either way, the foreigner and his wife actually was trying to run away from the bear, but the bear was able to get the wife, and that's just started the whole scene of the movie. And you just gotta feel bad because obviously when that bear got her, yeah, like she was gone. If the bear is able to get a hold of you, you are dead. Like you are literally dead. The only person that kind of didn't got attacked by the bear and kind of like lived, well, air quotations lived, was the park ranger, because when the bear actually were able to get her, he injured her. But then later on, she eventually died later on in the movie. And we can kind of see where, which was the ambulance scene. And of course, too, honestly, the actors, everyone seems like they were enjoying the actual movie, like playing their characters and the role of the movie. Like they were on board of like the whole concept and the whole theme of the movie, because the one thing that you can honestly can tell if the movie is actually good is if the actors are bought in the movie and they're actually having fun. And you can honestly see the directors actually having fun with the movie too, because when you see Elizabeth Banks on her interviews about this movie, she is literally is having so much joy and so much fun. Like she is just proud to talk about this movie, and the casting that she has got was 100% perfect. Ishlock Whitlock. I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he was Bob. He was the sheriff that was trying to catch the two drug dealers. I really enjoyed his character because his character was the cop that was serious, but also too very goofy and campy. And his scene, he very much killed his scene as well. I also like O'Shane Jackson Jr. and Allen, like those characters, like their dynamics of their characters, how they're the two drug dealers, buddies, how they're working together, how their character dynamic was very good. I actually did like their chemistry, and it seems as if like they were really good friends in the movie. It's very believable. And honestly, like I did like how the cut scenes, because they're in cut scenes within like, like the first stinger. So I think there's like two stingers. I think there's just one stinger though. When they, after the whole of the events of what happened, they gets Bob's dog, and Bob's dog is with Alan's character, and Bob's dog eats actually one of the drug dealer's hands, like fingers, because his fingers got blown into pieces, and the dogs just ate it, which was just a very funny gag and stuff like that. But the down part about this movie is that even though the movie is like an hour and 42 minutes, it just seems like it felt longer, and it felt like it dragged a lot. And honestly, I wasn't a big key fan on the kids actors, especially the boy. Like I just felt like his part, and every time when he was there, he just wasn't funny. I just found him very much of annoying. But other than that, like the mother character who's looking for her daughter, she did a very well, good scene. She did her role correctly. But other than that, like Cocaine Bear is just a movie about a bear doing cocaine, and the whole premise of it was just supposed to be funny. And I think they actually did that. I think they hit the sweet spot. I don't think it hit the spot that like people kind of like was like ooh and ow, because it does has its faults. Some of the jokes landed, some of them didn't. And remember, it's comedy. It all based on what you feel, which is funny. And I do feel like Cocaine Bear was an okay movie that you can watch while you're stoned with your friends, or when you're drunk with your friends, because this movie is pretty solid. I give this movie literally an 8 out of 10, generously, just an 8 out of 10, because of the fact that is that I actually did care for the characters, and it seems as if that everyone who worked on this movie were actually having a good time with this movie. And it seems fun, and the whole concept is simple and stupid, and it's just like, you got to make it entertaining, and they think I was very entertained while I watched this movie. So that's all I can say about Cocaine Bear. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this movie. Do you guys actually do like it? Do you guys actually hate it? Like, what's your thoughts about this movie? Let me know down in the comment section. If you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is Mr. Monotone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.